may, ain't gonna stop. Come what may, ain't gonna change. Come what may, ain't gonna cry. Come what may, ain't gonna stop. The young school girl being corrupted. The big fish don't care about it. Some women strip for a job. What's the solution to this problem? Everywhere there's corruption. Everyone seems corrupt. Everywhere there's corruption. Something for something, nothing for nothing. Something for something, nothing for nothing. Something for something, nothing for nothing. Corruption, corruption, corruption in the society. 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 Nothing for nothing is nothing, but something for something is something. I will give you something. That is, if you give me something in return. That's the slogan of today. Mini corruption in the society. You're gonna get it something if you can't give. You're gonna get it something if you can't give. You're gonna get it something if you can't give. You're gonna get it something if you can't give. You're gonna get it something if you can't give. Something for something.
Yebo lingabe lavuka njani latshona njani mthwakazi omuhle emagumbini amane omhlaba. Yebo sesiphendukile njalo uhlelo lethu Padare namambo Soswe etale lenduna yakososwe lihamba lo yena induna yakososwe no comrade Babs lingabe linjani lapha elikhona. Namhla ngithemba lizwile ingoma kaThomas Mapfumo ithi something for something, nothing for nothing, corruption in the society. Ngiyakhumbula ingoma leyi yahlatshelwa mina ngangisesesikolo, ngibona ngangise primary, okutshengisela ukuthi abahlabeleli bethu abeZimbabwe babelombono umbono omkhulu kakhulu. I-corruption singakabi kwazi lokuthi kuyini, ubugwelegwele singakabi kwazi lokuthi kulento enjalo, base bekubonile ukuthi khona i-corruption isibulele ilizwe lanxa ilizwe laliseselihle, but bahlabela bakubona ukuthi i-corruption ikhona. Ngakho namhlanje sibuye le ndaba echisayo, indaba ye-corruption eyenziwa yiZANU PF. Ngethemba sake sabuya futhi lohlelo lolu silitshela ukuthi khona aso corruption, aso ma sanctions abulele ilizwe kodwa yi corruption. Namhlanje sesibuyile i-Al-Jazera sonke siyayazi i-TV yaseQatar ibuye le research kumbe sithi documentary lapho ababe benza becubungula ithi undercover journalism bekhangela ubugwelegwele beZANU-PF. Namhlanje sifuna ukuthi sixoxe ngobugwelegwele lobu andubana sibonisana ukuthi maZimbabweans siyenzeni njengoba sesiya kukhetho angazi kumbe nguJuly kumbe nguAugust sesihamba phela ukuyakhetha upresident. Abantu kumele bahambe bekwazi ukuthi khona iZANU-PF ilobugweregwere, iZANU-PF ngamasela, iZANU-PF icorrupt, iZANU-PF isibulele iZimbabwe, iZANU-PF isibulele ilizwe leZimbabwe. Sekunyanyisa, akula mgwaqo, akula zibhedlela, akula zikolo, ama-university abantwana bayahawula, abantu abala kudla ezindlini. Yazi ilizwe libolile, ukubola. Namhlanje sifuna ukuthi sixoxe ngezinto zona lezo, sibone ukuthi singaphuma lani. Wathi ngichiyele phela induna yakososhe. Over to you, Mambo Soshe.
Thank you, Barbara. Thank you so much, Zimbabweans. Good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are. Welcome to your favorite program, Padare na Mambo Soshe. Ngati shedze vamwe titaure nyaya nhau iri kunetsa muZimbabwe now yaendesa Zimbabwe kumawere. In English, when we are saying we are saying share this video. Share so that as many people as possible can come and be here with us, discuss, share ideas, and at the end of the day, come up with action points or solution as to what we should do. We have all heard what is going on. The big news is the massive corruption, the massive looting that is about to be exposed or unveiled by Al-Jazera, an international media organization, and they're about to release a documentary. But I think questions are being asked as we are speaking. Why hasn't the documentary been released? We'll talk about that and other things because we know that ZANU-PF is trying to put pressure on Al-Jazera so that that documentary is not out. And we'll also talk about the relationship between sanctions and this massive corruption. Barbara, is it corruption or sanctions? Judging by what we have been seeing all this time, Al-Jazera is just exposing something that we have already been talking about, that every Zimbabwean has been talking about. And Varakashi have been trying with everything that they have to throw away or deny. You're on mute.
Sorry. Yes, Chief, it's not sanctions, but it's corruption, like you're rightfully saying. And what makes our job today easier, Chief, is we've been talking about this. And the people from ZANU-PF, they've been battering people. They've been making people believe we are doing propaganda. Everything is under control. Even if there are issues where people were involved in corruption, and this ZANU-PF were faking their arrest and then releasing them. The not catch and release. We know a lot of people that were caught red-handed in the acts of corruption, the likes of Henrietta Rushwaya, the likes of the ex-minister of health, Obadiah Moyo, the likes of Priska Mufumira, Paka Bamaridze Washandi Maridze Nasa, the list goes on and on. Let alone, we should not leave Emerson Mnangagwa himself, Chief. He is the greatest thief. Never, especially those twins, even the wife, they are thieves, they are corrupt. And they've been hiding through sanctions, behind sanctions, to say we are failing to prosper because there are sanctions, and the people will believe that, to say, they'll say Chamisa and Mbiti Vakadaizama sanctions, but if Chamisa and Mbiti can afford to called for sanctions, which means they are supposed to be our leaders because they can influence. If they can influence, which means yes, and you can't blame someone who is not in power to say that he has imposed this. No. So it was just a way, Chief, of running away from their acts, the acts of corruption. And I'm happy that Al Jazeera is what you call
an international organization.
An international journalism organization, and they've managed to do an undercover investigative journalism. And what is going to come out from that document is something that is that is authentic, that has been researched, and it's something. And some of there was, if you say undercover, it means there was people from the journalists from Al Jazeera who were part and parcel of every dealing that was happening, and they did not even know that they were being investigated. This is the reason why ZANU-PF iri kukwata, Chief. Even that tweet by Nick Amangwana, he admitted that is there corruption? Yes. You know, is there something wrong with the Zimbabwe? Yes. You know, and he then say, but we are doing something. Is there corruption in Zimbabwe? Yes. Is there smuggling of minerals and forex out of the country? Yes. Is there money laundering in Zimbabwe? Yes, including the ghost. Including is the government fully committed to getting rid of all above ills? That's a fact. What fact? Why didn't he say yes? That's a fact. What? They have failed. They have failed as Chief. And you know, this is the time. At least we have tangible evidence. Even Hopewell Chingono tried to show us, you know, he was showing Zimbabweans so yeah, money is being looted. We will show you, Chief. We've got evidence in the figures. Every week vanoproducer kana kuti vanoendesa gold yakaita sei. The gold per week 20 to 50 million every week is going out of Zimbabwe, Chief. Every week 20 million inowaka zvipatara zvingani, inowaka makliniki mangani, inowaka maroad mangani, inowaka migwagwa mingani, inowaka zvikoro zvingani. That's 20 million. So it's not sanctions. If there were sanctions, you think they would deal in this gold. If there were sanctions, they were not. So it's not sanctions really, but corruption.
Yes, indeed, it's not sanctions, it's corruption. And this is what we have been saying all this time. And we have been deemed unpatriotic. We have been called all sorts of names by ZANU-PF propagandists who, when we talk about the poor service delivery in Zimbabwe, the poor facilities that we have, poor infrastructure, poor schools, and you know, lack of medication and other basic needs in our hospitals, they will just deflect to corruption. They will start blaming corruption. They will start blaming sanctions, saying that you know, we cannot buy materials, we cannot buy medication, we cannot build hospitals, we cannot do A, B, C, D because of sanctions. But we have always been saying, we have done multiple programs talking about the massive corruption, the massive looting that is going on in Zimbabwe. And I will begin to show some of the snippets here from Al Jazera, who have also come in to complement the good work that citizens have been doing, you know, trying to expose corruption. You talk of Wopo Chingono, you talk of Honorable Job Scala. He's a mugged man right now. He is in jail mainly because he has been exposing corruption. He has been talking about corruption. Jacob Ngaruvume and many other citizens have been jailed because they've been accused of, you know, exposing corruption. But now it's coming from a neutral person. It's coming from a reputable international organization. And before we play those short videos, I want to just talk to those people who always come in. And I think I don't want to call them ZANU-PF because, you know, we are always, you know, blamed for that. that when ZANU-PF has made a mistake, has blundered again and again, and they continually blunder, people say, oh, Chief and other people, you are just being hooked into some ZANU-PF propaganda. It's a game by ZANU-PF to try and distract us or distract the nation from key issues. You know, there's nothing that is going on. This scandal can actually benefit Emmerson Mnangagwa. It's not like that. Let's not give ZANU-PF the credit that they don't deserve. These people are looting. These people are plundering the country's resources. And now they've been caught red-handed. We are not going to let them off the hook simply because some people are saying tikuitiswa neZANU-PF. Takazviudzwa izvozvo pakaitika nyaya yaSusan Mutami, munhu akarepa munhu, munhu akaabhusa mwana wevanhu, and other people will say, oh, it's ZANU-PF iri kukuitisai. Hapana kuitiswa. We are going to go after ZANU-PF. We are going to use what we can. We are going to use social media. We are going to use connections all over the world. We are going to talk about this. We are going to let the world know exactly what is happening in Zimbabwe. And everyone should be prepared to do that. That documentary, when it comes out, act upon it, send it somewhere. Let the world know. Let everyone who cares to know. Let the organizations like United Nations, SADC, and many others, AU, let members of parliament in your area, let if you are in UK, members of the Lord House or whatever you call it there, in Germany, in Australia, let the authorities there know that this is what is going on in Zimbabwe. The more people know about what is going on in Zimbabwe, the more friends we have when it comes to fighting that corruption and fighting the people that are perpetrating that corruption. We need everyone. We need every Zimbabwean, but we also need every citizen of the world. So we're going to play some snippets here of what is coming in the Al-Jazera documentary exposing corruption in Zimbabwe.
Money laundering operation.
The Gold Mafia is bigger than the government.
With financial institutions, regulators, and governments complicit.
Zimbabwe is open for business.
It is the right of the strike now.
In a 4-part series, Al-Jazera's investigative unit goes undercover in southern Africa.
We control 90% of this government.
Once it's defined, it's practically brand new gold.
Coming soon on Al-Jazera.
You can play another one again, and then we'll talk about those two.
I do roughly about $70-80 million every month.
I do 200 kilos a week.
20 to 50 million a week.
An exclusive Al Jazeera investigation.
There you are, Zimbabweans. Those are the snippets there. You can see what is going on. Undercover journalism at its best. People being exposed. Look at what they are saying. 200 kgs of gold every week. This is just one person who is telling you that this is what is capable of taking out of Zimbabwe. Imagine 200 kgs, Barbara, 200 kgs of gold. What you can do with that? You can build hospitals. You can build schools just with 200 kgs of gold. Barbara, this is shocking and angering. If this doesn't make you angry, I don't know what should.
Yeah, Chief, into ezibuhlungu kakhulu. Mthwakazi omuhle, I think lizibonele lodwa ama-video la esilitshengise wona ukuthi imali kumbe igolide eliphuma eZimbabwe ngeviki kuphuma ukuthi 200 kilograms of gold eziphumayo phandle kweZimbabwe zisiya kwamanye amazwe, bese sitshela ukuthi khona iZimbabwe kayila mali, bese sitshela ukuthi kulama sanctions. Nxa kulama sanctions igolide lonke lona lelo liphuma njani, and siyatshengiswa njalo futhi ukuthi igolide lona lelo it's worth 20 to 50 million a week. So i-20 to 50 million leyi ubusuzibuza ukuthi khona ngabe sesilezikolo ezingaki, ngabe sesilezibhedlela ezingaki, ngamatitsha ahola malini, ngamadokotela ahola malini, ngasesile imigwaqo yethu, ngavele ilizwe leZimbabwe ngaliphumelela ukudlula amazwe wonke ase-Africa because eZimbabwe kule mali asogolide lodwa kunengi okwembiwayo eZimbabwe, miningi imigodi kodwa kuyini esikutholayo thina njengabantwana beZimbabwe? Lutho, akula lutho esilutholayo. Umnangagwa leZANU-PF babhizi bayatshontsha, babhizi bayalutha, thina sihawula, abantwana beZimbabwe behawula. Into enhle ngedocumentary le Al-Jazera yikuthi asonto entsha. Sake sakhuluma lapha, saphuma lapha sikhuluma ngendaba yobugwelegwele, iZANU-PF beze beyenza imatch yabo yama-sanctions, athi akusebenzi imatch le kumbe umbhikisho wama-sanctions awuncedi lutho ngenxa yokuthi khona iZANU-PF iyakwazi ukuthi khona babhizi bayatshontsha ama-sanctions. Why abuya ama-sanctions kaphi avuke ekhona? Ama-sanctions afakele ukuthi khona iZANU iyephula amalungelo abantu, iZANU ayifuni ukulandela indlela zokwenza ukhetho esithi ngama-reforms, ama-elections, kabafuni ukukulungisa. Ziningi izinto ezakhangelwayo of which i-government yeZimbabwe basayina kwamanye amazwe like ku-United Nations ukuthi thina njengelizwe leZimbabwe sizananzelela lokhu, sizananzelela amalungelo abantu, sizayenza ama-reforms, ama-elections, sizayenza ama-reforms alokhu, sizayenza ama-reforms emedia. Kathesi o-ZBC lokhu kuphuma iZANU, thina upresident wethu kaze akaphume ku-ZBC. So izinengi izinto ezenzakalayo okumele ukuthi ngazalungiswa. Abantu abafayo ama-elections ka-2018 i-commission eyaba khona, i-Montlandt commission, akula lutho olwalandelwayo, kodwa kulezinto ezabekwayo ukuthi khona i-government yeZimbabwe kumele iyenze lokhu, yenze lokhu, yenze lokhu, yenze lokhu, lakathesi akula lutho olwayenziwayo. Ngakho-ke asoma-sanctions kodwa yibugwelegwele, zihlobo ezithandekayo. Sicela ukuthi lishare ividiyo le kumbe litshengise abanye ividiyo le ukwenzela ukuthi ihambe abantu bebekwazi ukuthi khona nxa besiyakhetha umongameli kumbe nxa besiyakhetha ibandla bazi ukuthi khona ibandla leZANU-PF kalikho vele kumeleni abantu. Akula bandla elithi nxa libusa libe selihamba lisiyacela abantu ukuthi sicelani lisibisele, lingasibisela sizalungisa imigwaqo, lingasibisela indaba bengalungisa imigwaqo yangikhona kathesi, indaba bengeyakhi izikolo zangikhona kathesi. Chief unonzwa abantu wachitaura kuti tipewo dzimwe 5 years tiwake mugwagwa, tipewo dzimwe 5 years tiwake mabridge, tipewo dzimwe 5 years tiwake ma-hospitals.
Just went unmute.
Yes, why vasi kugadzira izvozvi ivo varivo vari kutonga?
Barbara, you're on mute.
Yes. No, I'm not on mute. Yes, you can come in, Chief. You can come in.
Okay, thank you. Yes. I was just taking a quick look here. I just want to make people angry, because sometimes we just need to make people angry so that we can begin to act. If you just take a quick check on the world market, you see that one gold bullion bar, mabar aya gold amunoona achitambiswa nevana vamunangagwa, makaona ari mundege akakanda apo, mumwe wacho akaisa pamubhedha. You know, that just that gold bar rinoita almost 60,000. In fact, it's $60,676.57. That's almost a kg. So a kg of gold, which is represented. Kwakamaona mwana wamunangagwa chimwe chimutwini chamunangagwa chakabata gold bars. That's about a kg of gold. And the video that we saw there, someone confessing under camera, on camera. They were saying they can smuggle at least 200 kgs a week. This is one person. This is one person saying he can smuggle 200 kgs of gold every week. So 200 kgs of gold a week times 60,676.57. That's about $12 million. $12 million Zimbabweans of your money that is being smuggled out of the country every week. That's an average. Maybe 1 week you will fail. Maybe the other week you will not do it. Maybe the other week you will do twice. So it's an average of $12 million every week. If you put that per year, we are looking at Zimbabwe losing $576 million, with one smuggler. But we know that there are many smugglers. There are many carriers. While it's, pastor wa ED, arikutora nekoko Angel, Hubert Angel, mzukuru wake, my Mangizo. I call her my Mangizo because that's the name I know of her. She's being caught at the airport trying to smuggle also some, kgs of gold. Whatever she was getting, she was taking out 6 kgs times 60,000. How much does that come to? So we are looking at multiple smugglers smuggling that kind of money, that kind of gold every week. And if we say we are losing 576 million per year, Zimbabwe is losing 566 million per year. We are not. I see Zimbabwe. Ndiwe neni. Let's put it into perspective. We are losing 576 million, and put that again into perspective, and try to find out how much we can do with 576 million. We can build another Pararinyatwa. We can build a completely new Mpilo hospital. We can build a completely new Mtare General Hospital, another Mashingo General Hospital, and demolish that one. We won't even take anything from Mashingo General Hospital. We can build all our provincial hospitals anew, afresh, with all that kind of money. When we talk about, when they hear President Chamisa talking about spaghetti roads, they run around like crazy chickens saying that's never going to happen. It can never happen. But how can you fail to build a spaghetti road with 576 million? It's impossible. Unongotoripenzisa mnangagwa, unongotoripenzisa vanhu veZANU-PF that you have that kind of money at your disposal and you fail to build one road, one decent road that is not built by Chinese, that is not built by fake people, by the Russians, roads that will crack, one decent road. How can you fail to do that with $576 million that is being smuggled out of our country every year with one person? What about the other people? What about the army? Because we know that the army is also in this. What about the other celebrities, that are being used by ZANU-PF to smuggle? It's a lot of money that we are losing. In fact, it's safe to say that we are losing billions per year. There's nothing that can stop them from, at the rates that we had on the video. It means we are losing way more than 500 million. We can play another video again and we continue to discuss. Please let us know what you think about this massive corruption, massive looting. I'm not seeing any comments here. Barbara, if you can also read comments after these videos so that we hear what our viewers and listeners are saying.
I can't see any comments here, Chief. It's so sad, really, that we are so poor and yet we are rich. We are rich, and we here, and perceive Julius audio maker Basil. And there's no comment there. I think some of these are ghost, Chief. And the chief will say we are being led by rebel-minded mafias. A rebel government doesn't think about development but looting. Zimbabwe is goma in DRC under rebel law without the rule of law. Yes, we are being led by mafias. You are right. Hanzi naAmos Mangoni. Taurai zvenyu wakuru ndosaka tichikudai muono wenyu wakajeka remangwana revana vedu. Remangwana revana vedu, Comrade Amos, hanzi ZANU-PF must go naJake Ngwenya. Apa tinoda kugadzirisa remangwana revana vedu, but chimwe chinorwadza chief ndechekuti mayouth hanzi tine mayouth anokwanisa kusvika about a million here or so, or 1.5 million, but registered youth hanzi about 300,000 only, and this is very painful. So whoever is there in the comment section, is your son or is your daughter registered to vote? Those that are over 18, please, can you please type on the comment section kuti iwewe uri panapa uri kunditarisa wakaregister kuvhota here? Mwana wako mukomana akaregister here kuvhota? Mwana wako musikana akaregister here kuvhota? Nifuna lina ilikonapo elisikanyeleyo mina lo chief shoshe lisitshela ukuthi kona la register na ukuvhota. Umntanakho ngumfana waregister na ukuvhota, oyinkazana waregister na ukuvhota, umama wakho waregister yini, ubaba wakho waregister yini, ugogo waregister yini, unkazana okuncedisayo endlini waregister yini ukuvhota? How about umakhelwane wakho waregister yini ukuvhota? Sonke singakhuthazana ukuthi siyeregister ukuvhota. Ama-elections engabuya siyakwanisa ukuthi umnangagwa lo, isela leli kuthiwa umnangagwa silikhiphe. Hanzi ababulali bakamboneni Ncube kabazange babotshwe. Yikho phela esifuna ukuthi sikufayithele khonokho ukuthi iZANU-PF babhizi bayenza abakufunayo, engathiwa ilizwe leli ngelabo. Ilizwe leli kasilo labo, ilizwe leli ngelethu. Wonke umuntu owazalelwa khonapha eZimbabwe, wonke umuntu oyi-citizen yeZimbabwe ule right yokuthi ahlale lapha eZimbabwe ekhululekile, ulelungelo lokuthi akhulume akufunayo. Ngakho namhla sikhuluma ngobugweregwere osobubulele ilizwe kangaka, kodwa iZANU-PF nxa isihambe siyakhuluma, bakhuluma besithi ngama-sanctions. Izigwebo akula ma-sanctions abulele ilizwe. Kungani bona bekwanisa ukuthenga ama-Lamborghini, ama-Ferrari nxa besithi kulama-sanctions? Bazithenga njani imota zona lezo? Imali yona le abayikhipha phandle, you find ukuthi balama-accounts, balama-bank accounts phandle kwelizwe ngale. Chief, banama-bank accounts kawo. I think itawufana kutorana campaign yekuti zvinhu zvese zvivharwe, mari dzedu dzidzoke, #bring back our money. Whoever is keeping our money, whoever is allowing these thieves to open bank accounts wherever they are, the money must be returned to Zimbabwe. Bring back, #bring back our money. Bring back our money home, because we can't suffer, Chief. We can't, or they must freeze all the accounts so that we all build this country and chase these thieves away. Hence the problems we have, most of our African leaders are corrupt, so they won't care about us. Yes, they won't care about us, but it's the problem also is on us. We don't know that we are powerful. Anzi Adolf Adoshawa Joel Makoto say thank you. Amenokutari kutenda chi kuti Joel aita say yes. Our saying kuti the power is in our hands. Good way to expose the nonsense regime, party of thieves. They destroyed our country. God will punish them and will not escape. Yes, God will punish them, but we also have to play our part as citizens. This year we are going for elections as citizens. We are all citizens. We have a role. We have responsibility. We all have a responsibility. We should not hide by a finger. It's not Chamisa who is supposed to change things. It's not Abit who is supposed to change things. It's all of us. It's the citizens. It's the citizens that are going to protect and defend their vote after voting. Zviya zvokuti vanhu vanovhota wobva waenda kunomwa doro kana kuti wovhota woenda kunogara kudzimba dzavo vachimira mavhoti achibiwa muchimwa doro. This time is not going to happen. People should come back. Panowerenga results vanhu vese vanofanira kunge varipo. It's not a crime. You can be there when the results are being counted. My results are chisco per door. You should be there. Take pictures of those results. Write in your books. Kuti pa polling station yangu iyi yandavhota chamisa wana mavhotsi akadai, MP wangu wana mavhotsi akadai, councillor wangu wana mavhotsi. Every one of us must have these results, chief. Handizvo here hanzi naperceive Julius njalo siguquzile hanzi njalo siguquzile ukuthi intsha intsha ibhalise ukuvota. I think ubusithi siqonqosele ukuthi intsha ihambe iyevota. Yes, asibakhuthazeni hanzi esingakwenza yikuvota ngobunengi lokuvikela ivoti lethu njengoba sisazi ubusela bezanu. Yes, the issue here is to defend. Yikho abatsha bale program yabo abahamba ngayo uthiwa yi-RIP. I-RIP uthiwa register big, elect big and protect. Register, elect and protect. So you register to vote, you go and elect your president and your councillor and your MP, and then you defend your vote. So this time, Agulaza would blame Uchamisa. This time, we are all going to be blamed. It will be our fault if we fail to remove ZANU-PF. We have to register big and vote big and win big and defend our vote big. Anzi siyachona dadewethu. Okay. Yes, Chief. Over to you, Chief.
Yes, yeah, we have moved on to the solutions, call to act, what you need to do as a citizen. When you see this video, when you see this documentary, let's not just get angry. Let's get angry and do something. We've already said that when you watch the video, when you watch the documentary, please share it with your members of parliament in your respective countries, wherever you are. Try to get as many people to see it as possible. As Change Radio, we are going to translate it. We are going to cut it into small videos. We are going to do everything possible so that even the people who are in the rural areas will be able to see it. And murikuona mazwano tukitaka maitiro tukuita chitaura neshona Barbara chitaura nendevele because some of the feedback that we've been getting was chief munonya ya kwanza chirungu patidare rekwani rekwasvosve runotonga nechirungu saka tinoita tichitaura neshona saka paichauya documentary racho tichariisa futi kuti shona patinokwanisa kuisa kuti shona tichatora zvatokwanisa kuisa kuti shona nekuti ndevele nekuti kalanga tichitumira kumaruzevha tichitumira kwese kwese. Iwewe kana waona zvinhu zvakakosha kudaro usazvione wega, endesa kugrupu rako refamily, endesa kugrupu rako recommunity, endesa chero kwaunenge uri. Let's share these videos, let's share this documentary so that as many people as possible know what is going on. But further than that, there are some things that we can do. Barbara has already touched on that we need to register to vote. She talked about what the youth are doing, the campaign slogan for the youth entitled RIP, but the women also have theirs. Ruwa, I like that, I love that. Rise up, woman, arise, woman, and rise up, women, arise. That's represented by Ruwa, and then 6 million votes. Rise up and register big. Let's go and register big. These are things that you can do to counter this corruption. If you don't want this corruption again, as from July, let's register big. Let us rise up and defend big. You know, defending the vote does not only mean being there at the voting booth. Defending the vote begins right now by making sure that as many people as possible are registered and as many people as possible do turn out to go and vote on the voting day. Then when we do that, we will win big. So good as the big win. Yanziji, Barbara, otombotrovera kakambo kaya. So good as the big win. Hanzi kambo ke madzimaya.
Anzi Madzimai makapenga teya teya munogara makateya teya teya muri kuteya ziwini teya teya muri kuteya ziwini teya teya mayuthi makapenga teya teya munogara makateya teya teya muri kuteya ziwini teya teya muri kuteya ziwini teya teya. You know what, Chief?
I love that. Ndikugara
Yes.
ndichiimba chero ndakavata ndingomuka ndichingoimba ziwini.
Yeah. Tiri kuteya ziwini kwete kawini zibig win ndo ratiri kuteera. Imagine if people will come out in their numbers and vote. I've always told people kuti guys 2018 Mukomana got more than 2.6 million votes or 2.6 million votes. This year is going to be double or treble. You know, it's going to be double, Chief. I tell you, because when we went for elections in 2018, we were a party that was disunited, you know. And I now realize why some of the things were not moving, because it's also when we were pulling the other end, some one dag why pull out the side. We didn't know, but we had people amongst us who did not want Chamisa to win. But tell you what, this year we're going to vote whilst the party is intact. In as much as they might talk about structures, you know, it doesn't even matter. What is it structure? A structure is you. A structure is me. A citizens party. My structures are my citizens. Every citizen is a structure. Because they wanted to infiltrate and they failed to infiltrate us. That's why they always keep on asking us about the structures. You know, this week we had our party, the champion Fadzai Mahere. You know, she came up with the week review, where she was also talking about this corruption and the alternatives that CCC is offering, because we are a government in waiting. We cannot just criticize. We criticize and we offer alternatives, or we offer solutions. So we will show you what Fadzai Mahere said today, and this is our campaign material or our campaign tool. Please share widely this video so that people can see how or what CCC is going to do if we win elections. We are obviously going to win elections. We are a government already, and this is what we are going to do. This week's review is out, and we want you to share the video.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Week in Review. It probably comes as no surprise to anyone who's paying attention that Permanent Secretary for Information, Nick Mangwana, confirmed what we all know. Corruption, illegal smuggling of minerals and foreign currency, and rampant money laundering are choking Zimbabweans. There's been no real plan or commitment from the government to stop them. Most distressingly, billions of dollars are being lost every year, while the rich get richer at the expense of national development. Our hospitals, schools, national infrastructure and beyond have all gone undeveloped, while the nation's wealth is plundered by wealthy elites. In fact, Zimbabwe loses $100 million every month to illicit gold deals. And when perpetrators are caught red-handed, there's no tangible action from the Zimbabwe Anti-Corruption Commission or any other state institution to bring them to account. Known looters are rewarded with new tenders and fresh opportunities to continue stripping citizens of their birthright. Under ACCC leadership, we will put the nation first. We'll deal decisively with corruption. We'll restore the rule of law to ensure perpetrators are dealt with without fear or favor. We'll focus on building a working ecosystem where miners are fairly compensated and their operations adequately regulated. We'll focus on strengthening resource governance with an emphasis on operational frameworks for artisanal and small-scale mining. We will work to integrate mining concerns with better environmental management so that the communities where these activities take place are protected and benefit from them. As our change champion-in-chief, Advocate Nelson Chamisa, has said, we'll restore citizens' dignity, opportunities, rights and freedoms, and the security and integrity of state institutions. And so until next week, let's continue to call for the release of Honorable Job Sikala and keep inspiring hope and a thirst for change.
Wow. Wow. Like Barbara said, please, wherever you see this video by Champion Mahere, share it so that as many people as possible can hear, this good news. And also some more good news. ZEC is finally yielded to pressure from citizens, from people that they need registration points that are closer to them. So there will be a voter registration blitz from the 11th of March to the 21st of March. Please, let's take advantage of this. Let's make sure that we mobilize our relatives, our friends, our folks in Zimbabwe so that they turn out en masse. Let them be turned away. That ZEC has failed to register them, and then they get turned away. But we cannot have a situation where we have a blitz and there are no people to register. You know what ZANU-PF does. They'll start showing those pictures moving around, those pictures and those videos. Let's mobilize in Chitungiza. Let's mobilize in Bulawayo. Let's mobilize in Makokova. Let's mobilize in Victoria Falls. Let's mobilize in Mutare. Let's talk to our relatives. You, the people in the diaspora, you have a big role to play in this upcoming blitz. Otherwise the party will not be even spending the thousands of dollars that we are spending, every week, getting to ferry people from their homes to go and register, if the people in the diaspora were playing their role. Because if the 4 million Zimbabweans that are outside Zimbabwe were, providing $1, $5 to their relatives, which you can afford very easily, you give your relatives, you give your folks money for bus fare to go and register. And now, because it's a blitz, it means registration points are closer to your home. All you need to do is to use your influence. You are an influencer. If you are here in the diaspora, you are supporting folks in Zimbabwe, you are supporting your aunts, your uncles, your mothers, your fathers. Please use that. There's nothing wrong in using that as a leverage to coerce them to go and register. Talk to them. They don't listen to you. Fine. Then resort to using other means. I will not send you money until you go and register to vote. There's nothing wrong about that. It's a responsibility. Maybe it's even more than a responsibility. It's an obligation for every citizen who is eligible to vote to be registered. So let's do this, guys, from the 11th to the 21st. This is the time. Let's support our youth. We have our RIP program led by Takuzwa Ngadziwore. The fundraisers going on every day. Let's support those fundraisers. Let's make sure that they have resources that they need to go and mobilize voters to go and register to vote. And we have our Women Assembly that are moving around. They're doing a lot of work. They've been everywhere. They've been in Bulawayo, in Midlands, in Chinoi, in Harare, in Mutare. Recently, a few days ago, they were in Masvingo. They will keep moving, and they are ready to mobilize voters. Let's support them by supporting their fundraisers. Please, Mugwazo is also doing well. If you are twinned with any district, make sure you provide this time. This is the time for you to provide resources for them to mobilize people and register to vote. They don't need transport. That money that we're using to transport people, let it be used by people that are doing door to door. If you have incentives that you're going to give, this is the time to do it so that we register en masse, we register big, and we vote big, and we win big. Barbara.
Yes, whilst we are still there, Chief, on mobilizing, today
Okay.
the women...
So this is our call to act as we get closer to the end of our program. Let's express our anger by making sure that people are registered to vote in our respective areas. I know when the documentary comes out, it's going to make everyone angry. But let's not get angry and we go and drink beer, or you go and drink your glass of whiskey. Get angry and begin to do something and begin to act so that our anger transforms into something that will transform the country. We need to register big, win big, and defend our vote and defend it very big. But of course, we need to get out the vote first. We need to make sure that people are registered and people do turn out to go and vote. 11th of March to the 21st of March, find something, find somewhere where you're going to help in terms of making sure that people are registered. You know, ZEC deliberately doesn't want people to get registered. So they will do everything to ensure that people don't get registered. Let's not give them an excuse. Let's make sure that we have more people, you know, that are there on the registration points. If we are going to fight for an extension of the blitz, we'll be having justification of the people that didn't go home, of the people that slept on the registration points, that refused to go home. You know, I'm emboldened by what I saw from the youth and the women in Nigeria. They were there. They never left. They fought through and through. Even now, they're still fighting. But these were people that were prepared to defend their vote. They did not leave the polling station. So we can also do the same, not only on the voting day. We begin now on the registration points. Do not go away when you have not registered, because they could try to frustrate you. They will try to go slow when it comes to registering. But if we remain there, if people remain there, and I know some people will be pointing fingers, chief munongotaura nekuti muriko ikoko saka chamuri kutaura chiya muvhota muita sei, you know, ameno zvako inini ndotovhota kuti zvakatokwana handisana mbomisa in election, ndotovhota ende ndotovhota ndakatotarisa zita rangu ndotoriona riripo right now. Saka I'm not saying something, I'm not preaching something that I do not practice. So make sure, please, that you remain at your registration point until you get registered. Barbara, are you still there?
Yes, I'm here, Chief. I don't know why we are not
here. Like my partner in crime, maybe
I'm here.
Battery repair.
I'm here, Chief.
Do you still have another video, Leo, to play? Or you've played all the videos? If you have any comments from our viewers and listeners, please fly them so that we can continue to hear what the people are saying and what the people are thinking. But yes, I can't wait for the documentary to come out. We know we have information that is saying ZANU-PF is putting pressure on Al-Jazera so that they do not publish the documentary. But hakuna izvozvo, we trust Al-Jazera. We trust that they are going to be professional, because it's a professional organization, it's a professional entity, and we expect them to eventually publish the documentary. If by any chance, if by any means, the documentary is not published eventually, they can hide behind any other things, the legal or you know, I don't know what they will use. But I'm telling you, Zimbabweans, we will be prepared to go after Al-Jazera as well. We will go after Al-Jazera. We will attack them. We will report them, because it will not be right. Because we will know for sure that someone has been bribed. Someone has been given some gold. Someone has been given some money. A khaki envelope has been pushed under, and we will not take that. So that documentary has to come out. It must come out. And if it doesn't come out, we should be prepared as Zimbabweans to make noise, as much noise as possible, to ensure that the documentary is made public. and ZANU-PF is exposed. And we expect action from the powers that be. We expect action from our courts. We expect action from our parliamentarians. We expect action from the so-called government leaders. We, of course, we expect action even from citizens, so that those that are involved in this scandal are brought to book, and our money is recovered. We have to recover our gold. We have to recover our money. Even the European countries, Russia, China, and other countries that are benefiting from this looting, they should be exposed. They must be exposed. So let's get ready for that. Let's use what we can. Let's use social media. We have so many things that we can use. The diplomacy that we can employ here, the connections that we have here in the diaspora, and the knowledge and know-how of where to go with that kind of information. If Interpol has to be involved, let Interpol be involved. If the UN has to be involved, let the UN be involved. If AU, SADC have to be involved, let them be involved. Folks, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate your support. We appreciate your being here. Let's continue to share the videos. To those that are going to watch this video after today, please, you're still welcome. Let's act upon the things that we have discussed here. Thank you so much, Leo, behind the scenes, and my champion in crime, my partner in crime, Barbara. Thank you for your contributions, and all those who commented. We appreciate you. God bless you, and God bless the incoming president of Zimbabwe in just 5 months, Advocate Nelson Chamisa. We meet again in other programs. Chief Shoshe signing off.